What's that?
It's a street light.
It's a
It
street
was
light.
$1,000.
It's a street light
Yeah, street light.
Street light.
Yep.
fix.
So, but some of you guys,
It was something that was put in for the city when Clerk Court was developed,
okay,
and we had to go back to Eaton to get that product. He was the only one able to get the product.
oh,
So
okay.
we got it from him, and we did our bleeding
Start.
install.
Thank you.
I'll call to order the Cascade Municipal Utilities Board regular monthly meeting on Wednesday, June 14th, 2023 at 5:15 PM. Note that all board members are present. Reviewing the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried on the agenda. Public comment. The City Council, Commission, Committee, or Board will now allow up to 20 minutes for comments from the public. The mayor or chairperson will call speakers to the podium in the order in which they appear on the agenda or have signed up on the form provided. Each speaker is limited to no more than 3 minutes for speaking, must speak from the podium, and must first state his or her name and address for the record. Comments should be directed to the body as a whole and should refrain from personal attacks or from addressing individual employees or citizens. Comments should also be limited to one topic. We do have one.
Yes, I do. I'm Rob McNally. I'm a citizen of Cascade. I will refrain from attacking anyone personally. As much as that sounds like it might. But first, let me say, too, I'll be real quick with this. The Cascade Municipal Utilities, which we old-timers call a light plant, has been a boon to Cascade. It's a resource. It's an incredible thing that the city has that many other cities don't have, and I think you all, and the workers that are out there every day in the rain and the snow and the ice, you know, making sure things are working is just a great thing. So I'll preface everything with that. My reason for being here tonight is actually item 4. I'm contracted with Eagle Point Solar in Dubuque, and we want to put solar on my house. I live over as you turn down to go to the Legion, First Avenue and Van Buren Street, and I want to put solar panels on it, which I've agreed to and such. And what I'm looking for right now is just a way forward. There were some questions about the wording of the current contract. I know Chantel has gone to some length contacting the Iowa Utilities Board. I'm not sure who the entity is to see about that. My problem was that my insurer said that they couldn't and wouldn't do that, which is nationwide through J.C. Harrod. We went over and talked to Todd Bach instead, who's North Fork, and that particular wording they said they aren't doing with any of theirs, and the Peakins, and I can't think who the other underwriter there has, that won't do that either. So I don't care what happens. I'm just looking for a way forward. It's been 7 weeks now since I got the contract, and I really don't want to go through another. And I realize this is new area for you guys, and again, it's difficult to go through these elements and get them all put together correctly. It's just another 4 weeks to get to the next meeting. Is going to be pushing what? That'll be 11 weeks from the time I first got the contract till now. And I don't want to extend it out too much further, if at all humanly possible. And I appreciate your indulgence in this. Like I said, what I'm looking for is a way forward. So if you can help me with that, I would be most in your debt.
Thank you, Rob.
Without an attack. Except for you. Just kidding.
Oh, okay, so possible amendment to the solar interconnect agreement and standards template.
So to tag on to what Rob was saying, probably a couple weeks before our last board meeting, Rob had came in and was talking about the process for solar. So he went away with his documents and such and took the actual contract to his insurance agent, who wins like a gold star, I guess, and reading all of our language and pointing out this word that's in our contract around additional interest versus additional insured. So currently we have 3 residential solar customers that in my understanding was that they were following our current contract and listed out us as an additional insured. And we have insurance stuff back from them that they have they have to take out $1 million policy, basically a liability policy. That's part of our contract. So then they send us this information that they have done so, and we have that for the other 3 people. When Rob took it to his insurance person, they pointed out that there's a big difference between the additional insured and additional interest, which basically, what I understand from talking to that person, another insurance agent, is if you're an additional insured, then you're basically tagged onto their residential home ownership, like policy, which that's why they don't want to do that, because then we're liable, they're liable, we're all sharing in liability of that person's home and our stuff, and they won't do that. So I had went to, probably 2 weeks before our last board meeting, to the IMU who we received the contract from, to point this out to them. And then it's been kind of a tedious process ever since. They've talked to their attorneys, they've talked to insurance people, and there was a lot of back and forth where their insurance person that was involved with writing it kept saying that we should be able to get the additional insured. So, long story short, and bringing in another attorney into the whole process that was a part of writing the original policy, that they have now went back through that same insurance person that helped write the original contract, and they are now agreeing that from a residential standpoint, not a commercial standpoint, that they should not be listed as an insured versus an interest. So an additional interest, what that means is, when they take out the policy, they will notify us that, yep, they have this policy. If they decide to go behind our back and sneakily cancel their policy, then they will notify us and say they've dropped their policy. So it's basically letting us know that they're doing what they're supposed to do on their end, which is having a $1 million liability policy. So last week I was working with one of the attorneys. To complicate matters more is they're rewriting the solar contract. So that's why they're, I don't want to say dragging their feet, but they were trying to get me a whole new contract. And I told them last week that before this meeting, because he's already went through a meeting where nothing's happened, that I needed either them to change the language in our original contract, or they need to be done with this new one, and I need to have a copy of it. So they've changed the language in our original contract to read an additional interest instead additional insured. And I just received that copy yesterday, so.
You did receive the copy?
Yep,
Chantal?
yep,
Great.
so now I just have to have it approved, that you're approving the language, and then I can get him a copy of it to move on with his process, so. But that's basically it's literally a word in the contract, which,
One word.
it sounds simple, but it's very not simple when it comes to language and law. And so I included the note that basically Tim had written back just to say, so you understand that he has that completed. And then I drafted the resolution that we would be updating it due to the insurance language.
So will we wait until we get the original to have the other one sign, or?
Well, I'm going to contact the other 3 people that have it, just so they understand, and they can
Mhm.
re-sign it, but they're already complying with the new contract language.
Oh, okay.
Because we already have their insurance, we are listed as an additional
Oh, okay.
interest, like, they're already doing it.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
but I do want them to sign new contracts, just because
Yeah.
then we're all on the same contractual page.
So, I know we don't have any commercials, but you had mentioned commercial, and you say, is that going to be a different contract?
Well, that's a
for them?
whole nother contract that they have to do as commercial clients come up.
Okay.
So that's a whole different animal. So ours is basically written as a smaller solar residential type policy,
Okay.
not a large commercial policy.
So you need a motion to approve the new interconnection agreement?
Yeah, and then we'll do a roll call for the resolution that states the same thing.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution number 177-23, amending the interconnection agreement for electric service and interconnection of a distributed generation facility.
Or I'd like to second that, please.
All right, roll call. Vanderloop,
Aye.
Monroe,
Aye.
Gross.
Aye.
Pass with all ayes. And just so you know, there will be a new solar contract eventually coming out, but I'm not sure when. So
I apologize if I can break protocol, but I just want to say thank you to this lady because I bugged her for, 2 months?
That's all right.
And she was seeing me come in every week.
I don't
It's
have
gotta
an update
be
for you,
an
but I keep
irritant.
following up.
And I just want to say thank you to all of you, and Chantel, thank you
Yep.
very much.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you, Rob.
Stop down tomorrow, Rob.
Thanks,
Yep.
Okay. So we can move on now?
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, the next one is discuss the 2023-2024 wages. I
Or
put-
before we move to
Yeah,
that,
we-
there's
or-
two
No,
Yeah,
resolutions.
that
there's-
one.
Oh,
we
yeah,
don't need
yeah,
that
yeah.
one.
Sorry,
No,
yeah,
no.
you do need to address that, sorry. I
Okay,
didn't even catch
okay,
that.
on the agenda, we do not need Resolution 178-23, amending the solar standards and application template according to,
Yeah, so Tim had come back and
Whipple,
saying that we don't
yeah.
have to amend that resolution, that it still stands as it's a piece underneath the
right.
Oh.
yeah.
interconnection agreement, so.
I'm sorry, she crossed it off and I
Sorry, that
just
was my bad.
skipped over it, so.
Yeah.
Well, and I didn't look ahead to make sure.
No.
You see, that was the next thing, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
So,
All right.
okay, now discuss 2023-2024 wages. I put a few little notes here together before discussion, I guess. First of all, I just wanted to say, thank you, Matt, for being here. I kind of was hoping the other three would have shown up tonight, but I understand it's a busy time of the year and maybe they had other obligations, and I completely get that. So I'm not holding that against them at all. I just like to see their faces once in a while. So anyway, I do want to thank each and every one of you for the town. As the town of Cascade continues to grow and change, we need good, reliable utility workers for the gas and electric to keep up on snuff on things. And I feel we have a good, strong crew who is willing to help out whenever and wherever. Sometimes it's above and beyond your call of duty. And I myself, and I'm sure the town of Cascade sees that, and we do appreciate all the extra work that you guys all do. Not too long ago, we reviewed the pay scale with adding bump ups with continued training and boot camps to try to get that pay scale up there where it's more feasible and more incentive, I guess. And also for on-call for both gas and electric, things like that. And like I said before, they're just good incentive steps that we, the board, felt that was necessary, just to show our appreciation for the extra work that everybody does. And also keep in mind as well, retirement, the IPers. You're all at a younger age, and that IPers builds up. Yeah, you too. That IPers does build up, and it's a good retirement. So, that's really a good incentive too, I feel, anyway. So with all of that said, and I don't want to go on and on, I'm going to open up to the board that I suggest and am willing to go towards a 4% raise. And I'll let the board members open up now, discussion. That's kind of what I came up with.
I'm in agreement with you, Barb, that was my thought too. 4% I think is a good raise. The city gave it, I think we could follow suit there. But I do, when you look at the total package, I think it's a very good package. And I think right now we're trying to maintain or keep our good workers, and I think 4% is a good raise to help do that.
I agree. number that I would have said, that I
Okay.
would suggest as well.
Okay, so I'll make the motion
I'll second the motion.
for,
Or, I'm sorry, Barb.
for the 2023-2024 wages for 4%.
And I'll second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Oppose? Motion carried for the 2023-2024 wages.
Barb, I have a question before we move on. When we look at all those, that bump pay and stuff that we did earlier, do we have a figure for how much that put into the system, so to speak?
How much that
added up to?
would add up to,
Yeah.
I know
I don't have it
we
with
might
me.
have
fine.
discussed that one other time,
Sure.
Greg, and I just don't think we actually,
Well, it's gonna be ever-changing, and it's gonna have,
Yeah.
depend on
Right.
when they get their training and,
yeah, right, and,
I was just kind of wondering what impact that decision made us all.
Yeah, I don't, sorry, I don't have
That's
that
fine.
figured out or with me.
It's not something we need to worry about right now.
okay, all righty. So with that, I'll make a motion to approve the resolution that was changed. Since we didn't do the one before that on number 6, this resolution will be 178 and not 179, okay? So I'm going to approve resolution 178-23, the 2023-2024 wages of 4%.
second that motion.
Okay. Okay. All in favor, say aye.
With roll call.
Aye.
Whoops, roll
Yeah, no,
call.
roll
I'm
call.
sorry,
That's all
roll
right,
call.
Vanderloot,
Aye.
Marna,
Aye.
and Gross.
Aye. Discuss the truck order.
All right, so we had talked previously about, for next budget year, we do have a truck budgeted, and then we had went out locally to talk to Herb Green about that process. Matt and I stopped back out because he told us to come back in June, but the orders for the 2024 are still not available to put an order in yet. So he went ahead on the fleet side and put an order in for us on the 2023 list, which may go nowhere, but he at least put it out there just to get something started, I guess, and he's gonna contact us when the 2024s are ready to be ordered, but then we also kind of had the conversation with him that we need to get something in our budget year. And he's not able to guarantee that he can make that happen for us, so it's just something that we're gonna have to keep an eye on between July 1st and June 30th of next year as to that progress. And
When does the 2024 list?
well, he thought June,
June?
but it's not open yet. Like, he doesn't know. He doesn't have a magic date. They're still pushing through orders for 23. But the way he has explained it to us in the past is, you know, he puts the orders in and then they just might never get built. And it just might never get, and then the 24s get open and they do a thing where they're like, done with the 23s. And you may never see the vehicle that you've chosen to build. So,
So then we roll into the 2024, or do we have to
well, my preference is we know that we know that we want to then budget a truck for the next fiscal year. So I'd prefer to not get backed up on that process since we're kind of a little bit behind on it to begin with. So we're gonna have to go outside of the community probably to find something, if he's not able to secure something for us.
But in our budget, we are allowing,
We have it
Right,
budgeted for,
yeah, that's what I thought.
from July 1st
Yeah.
to June 30th, we have in the
Right.
budget for a truck, right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
yeah,
This year, right now.
No, starting July 1st, starting next year,
Starting
yeah,
Starting
next year,
July
for our new
1st.
budget.
yeah,
for next year.
yeah, next year's budget.
Right, yeah.
It's been that much of a challenge to find one in a calendar year. Wow.
So, more to come, but just to give you the update, that we did go ahead and order something that we probably, he wasn't too confident that we would see it.
I won't see it.
But he will let us know when the 2024s can be ordered, so.
And then to get on that list, and then you don't know for sure then
No.
either.
You know, he kind of talked about, like, what did he say, like, the things that we need maybe aren't some of the things that are holding up other people that are ordering some of the different trucks. He gave an example, there was, let's say, 3 people that ordered a truck, one was in October, one was in December, and one was in, let's say, January, and the December one's truck's in, and so the October person is not happy because the December one's in, but the October one's still not, but it has different equipment and things, and, you know, so that one didn't get built, but the December one did.
Yeah.
So I have no rhyme or reason as to why it's happening, but
I think I missed your initial comment about who we were talking about. Is it Ted?
yeah, Herb Green.
Okay,
Yep,
thank you.
yeah. You know, and we explained, and we obviously want to stay local if we can
Sure.
to meet our needs and,
Yeah.
but,
But if it comes to a point you can't, you can't, I
Right.
guess, but all you can do is
let's
try.
just hope it gets,
Yeah, that's right.
Ford gets to building trucks now. All right.
Okay, next on the agenda is minutes, finance statements, and bill list. Review and approve the May 10th meeting minutes, the May financial statements and fund balances, and the June bill list and claims for payment.
Is our odorizer in pretty much what we had?
Everything what we
Figured.
needed and wanted, yes.
Okay.
And that's all, you said that was all installed and everything?
Yes.
That's good. Well, I looked this over earlier, I didn't have any questions. Think of.
In the engine, the Altoffer engine, or the Altoffers worked on the diesel, the generator, right? Is
So
that,
that is that's an item we're gonna push through this budget year because there's funding yet. That is scheduled to be performed very soon.
okay.
What sheet do you have there?
The list of
Pictures.
bills.
This was the bill list.
Oh, that one, okay, gotcha.
If there's no other questions, I'll make a motion to approve the minutes, finance statements, and bill list.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion carried on the minutes, finance statements, and bill list. Correspondence, May plant summary metrics and energy efficiency reports. No company accidents and no power outages. One big day on May 31st, the last day of May, huh? Hmm. Was that hot that day? Must-
89 degrees,
Huh?
89.
Was it? Okay.
We haven't had
I
the
figured
help
it had to
generate
be.
yet, have we?
Let's see, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rebates in the month of June. Nice size ones, I'd say. That's good.
Anything else? I'll make a motion to approve the correspondence, May plant summary metrics, and energy efficiency reports.
Art, I'll second that motion, please.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried on correspondence. Next is the manager team lead report, fiscal year end. Yay.
Want me to go first? Okay. So we are at fiscal year end, so there's gonna be another bill run between now and June 30th, just so you know, so I'll be hounding two of you down to sign checks.
That's fine, yeah.
Trying to get, as you can see, there's a couple bills, pre-bills in there, trying to get things that we know we've ordered and wanted paid for in this fiscal year completed, so we've reached out to a few different people in regards to those things. One of the things is our carpet, which is being completed right now. Bill's been here all this week, so we will have our carpet done this fiscal year, which is exciting.
Good.
And then one more thing, we are gonna be Our Town Cascade. I'm not sure if you guys were aware of that. KCRG has selected us. About 11 years ago, we were Our Town Cascade. So what that means basically is that whole week that they've chosen, which is the week of Hometown Days. It's all about Cascade on their different news
Cool.
channel. I don't know, do you watch KCRG? Like, have
Oh,
you seen the
all the
Our Town
time.
I've seen
segments?
it.
Okay.
All the time.
All right, so that's exciting stuff. So we had a pre-meeting with KCRG, and then they were actually in town today to talk about ads and stuff. So one of the things that I would like to do with Lisa from a city perspective is do an ad for the city of Cascade and Cascade Municipal Utilities, and so that it'll run like on all the different newscasts and website and mobile app and all sorts of stuff. So, and then we would just split the cost. I think it's
Do you know roughly about how much
Yeah.
that would be?
Yeah, it's $1,900, so we just split it between the two of us. So I think that's a pretty good
Mhm.
bang for our
Yeah.
bucks, being on
Yeah.
TV for, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They come in August to record the ad, so, but that's exciting. And then they're gonna broadcast live, we hope, we've requested during Friday night of Hometown Days, when they do their newscast. So that'll be during that free meal in the park.
Okay, yeah.
So,
Wow.
pretty exciting stuff.
I guess.
Sounds good.
That does
Yeah.
sound exciting.
Yeah.
So that's, and then Matt will go over workload.
All right, workload's always changing on a day-to-day basis. Tomorrow's always a new day and, you know, something new to take care of. But since we talked last month, we've installed the new gas service out of 132 Jack Oak. We were waiting for that site to open up to us at the last meeting so that we could go and do the work. We've gone ahead and got the next condo complex installed for Mike Beck, so 3 gas services there. We discussed earlier, the odorizer has been installed, so that item's taken care of. We did have one request to move a person's gas service for them doing a garage addition, and the service was just on the outside of the garage footing, so we had to reroute the whole service so that they could build onto the garage. Down
And
here,
that's at their expense then?
Yep,
Okay.
yep. We'll be sending a bill out for that. Down at the new library site, the 2 houses that are there, that will be removed at some time. We just stopped the 2 gas services yesterday and, let's see, today's Wednesday. Monday we did one, Tuesday we did one, so they're completed and finished. So that as the houses are demolished, there's no threat of gas on the properties. And then the truck
What,
order has
Matt,
started.
what do you have to do there since those 2 structures are gone and there's gonna be replaced by a bigger service? Did those kept back to the main or what?
Yes, so we have a stopping tool. We'll stop the tap, cut the service line, leave on enough of a tail where we can thread it and cap it. And if a future date permits that we need to dig it back up, put on a transition from metal to plastic service line, we can continue back off and use that facility. So that's our intention with one of these sites. And we'll choose at a later date what site is closer to the mechanical room of the library, and we will dig that tap back up and, you know, extend onto it and turn it back on.
Do we have a big enough line in there to serve the new library?
Yeah, yeah. It'll be coming directly off the 4-inch, 17-pound main, so no shortage. And then the truck order, as we discussed earlier, we got that going. So, yeah, come mid-budget, we'll just have to see where things are standing and move on.
Sounds good. Sounds like you've been very, very busy. A lot of gas
Yeah.
to work with.
Yeah, which is really odd since we're in the middle of summer. It's
Yeah.
usually like fall time that we always get called to
Yeah,
do that stuff,
yeah.
so.
So, anyway, that's good. Good
Yeah.
to get it behind you, so, good job.
I also did not put anything about the electric car charger stuff on here because in the last week, there's been some new state legislation that just came out
Really?
in regards to EV chargers, so
Oh.
I need to figure what all that means and,
Really?
yeah. There's reporting and some tax thing now that's out there, so I need to figure that out.
It will be taxed.
Right.
Anything new with the Dillon building? Or I mean, as far as
The what building?
I don't know what that means.
the,
No.
where the food pantry was.
Oh, yeah, there, I
Oh.
mean, from our perspective, we have work that we have to go down there and do to run.
But nothing
Nothing,
changed,
no.
nothing, no problems or nothing yet. No.
Are they working on that building down there?
Yeah,
They are?
Mhm.
Oh,
yeah.
is that apartments or what?
it's going to be
Okay.
some retail and some apartments.
Oh, okay.
So since we're all layered as utilities, the sewer and water are the deepest, and they got those items in 2 weeks ago. And then as the property owners or the developer wants to start talking about gas and the electric service, we're in the middle, so we would probably be next. But we have no communication as far as. when
No
it
request
comes.
yet or anything?
No.
Okay.
It truly waits on their meter socket that they have ordered. They have a 10 or 12 pack meter bank that is going to be single phase, parallel run line. So they're waiting on that.
That's ordered through us,
Not through us.
not through us?
They are providing it.
Okay.
But they are experiencing lead times similar to ours.
We have
So it's gonna be-
transformer.
So it's going to be some time before he has that. And then we have a similar lead time on our transformer.
And that's been ordered?
Yes.
Mhm.
Anything happening on the apartments or
Not right now.
not right now?
They're filling in backfill, trying to get the slope going on,
Okay, so we just,
and we are ready to go. We have materials that we can allocate. The biggest item we would have to do that would take some time is just being on Black Hills list, to have them come in and weld up steel to plastic transition, and then once that's done, we can go.
Good things that you brought up, Herb. Appreciate that. Is there anything else for manager, team lead?
make a motion to adjourn?
Well, I was just gonna say something real
Oh, I'm
quick, and then
sorry.
you
Go
can,
ahead, Brett.
okay? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna comment, Joey's not here, but I just wanna say on behalf of me and the board, we welcome Joey. I know he's been here for what, over a month, 2 months? Three?
March.
Really? Okay. And I just keep forgetting to welcome Joey, and I thought, gotta do it tonight, so, you know, I know he's not here, but we do welcome Joey on board. And all in all, I think it's been a very good year for the utilities, and we've had ups and downs, but I think everybody's done a very good job. Kudos to the board members. Kudos to the crew, Chantel. And that's all I have to say. So look forward to next year. I'm done.
I'll make a motion
Chantel,
to
before we
adjourn.
adjourn, do we need to talk about that meeting next month or
Oh, I forgot about it. Thanks for bringing that up, Craig. Now I can't remember what date you said. Do you remember the date?
not? Get it here in a minute.
Hang on. Greg is not able to be at our 12th meeting, so we're wondering if we can
Oh,
change the
okay.
date while you're all here. But I can't remember what dates you're gone.
So, I think we were talking about possibly moving that back to the 19th or 20th. Is that what we talked about?
That's in July, right? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
The meeting is set for the 12th.
So that would be the 19th
Hang on a second. Let me
then.
find your,
So that's
here it is.
7 days after.
7th. Oh, no, you're not gonna be back then either. You're gone, it says the 7th. So we either need to move it back before he leaves, which would be the 5th, or have it, because it says you're not getting back till the 20th. That's that Thursday after.
Well, I'm gonna be back, I'm planning on being back on the 19th. I just didn't know that the length of the trip we're on, if that would be, if we were delayed a day, then wait until the 20th, that would be great. I can do the 19th if need be.
20th is fine with me.
My only issue
No?
is
Okay.
bills. Like if we
Getting a bit
meet
too late?
too late, then the
Oh.
bills don't go out, and then everybody's getting their
So is
bills
the
late.
19th better?
Well, I'm just saying, it's a weird month because of when the first is.
But that's only a day.
No, right. So I don't know. Or we meet without Greg, basically, are our choices. Or we can meet, I mean, is there a better day that you could make a phone meeting than another? Or is the 19th that day?
I'll be on the road, I don't know, so.
Okay.
It's a 3-day trip back from Washington, probably.
Oh,
so,
jeez. And you leave on the 7th?
Yeah.
Unless we push it.
I mean, I'm planning to be back on the 19th if you want to do it that day. I mean, I'm
Oh, that's pushing it for you.
I was gonna say the
okay.
5th, but then I won't have month end done because 4th is a holiday.
I was just gonna
Yeah, that's not
say.
gonna work
Back
either.
that day if
No.
possible, so.
Is there any way, we have it on the 20th, but if you need some bills signed before that, Herb and I or Matt,
Yeah, because I
we're
just would
around.
report them at the meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if I do
Yeah.
a bill run, when I normally do a bill run, and then you approve the bills.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
I
We're
mean,
traveling
if
to
we
Falmouth
need
and
to-
stuff, I can do a phone meeting, but I just don't know that.
So the 20th would be the
Right.
actual date then? That you would physically be here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Appreciate
fine
the
with me.
board's.
Yeah, whatever.
You betcha.
Just putting it on my calendar so I don't forget.
Yeah.
So the 20th.
So July 20th, right, you said? Gotcha.
That will work for you, Chantel, 20th?
Sounds good. Alrighty.
Okay.
Now I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second that motion.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carried to adjourn at
5:52.